let's get into what we're actually wanting to talk for. What's coming up this Saturday? The Champions League final between Manchester City, with behind them being Barcelona, and Inter Milan, with the rest of the world behind them. For me, I'm rooting for Inter Milan just because I don't want City to win. Even though I'm a win-win situation here. It's either Julian Alvarez or Lautaro Martinez winning, so I'm chilling.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna watch this game as a football fan and just enjoy it.
dude, it's such a tough watch for me because it's like for so many years. All right, so it was so many years of me clenching my ass so Messi would get eliminated in the World Cup. And so many and for those I had to wait 4 years. So it will be every 4 years that I will have to put up with this stress. But every year, while Pep was at Barcelona, well, Pep won at Barcelona, but when Pep was at Bayern and when Pep was in City, every year of oh my god, this team is so overpowered. They're gonna win the Champions League. And thank God, by some miracle, every time Madrid would just come in there and bust their shit. This time it didn't.
Or
Madrid
or
got torn to shreds. And even though I feel like Manchester, there's been years that Manchester City has played better as a team. Now that they have Haaland, even if Haaland hasn't done much in these last Champions League games, I don't know when was the last time he scored was against Leipzig.
Leipzig with
Yeah,
the 7-0 win.
with the 7-0. And after that, he hasn't done much. But he hasn't done much because teams are so afraid of him that the whole defensive game plan is taking away Haaland. Well, guess what, buddy? There's 9 other players on the field. The goalkeeper, we're not counting the goalkeeper. There's other 9 players on the field trying to attack, trying to score on you. If you just focus on Haaland, Mahrez is gonna get his way. Phil Foden is gonna get his way. Jack Grealish. People are like, "Oh my god, how come Jack Grealish got so good all of a sudden?" We're, no shit, motherfucker. Every defender's looking at Haaland. Of course, he's gonna have the wing by himself. So, and then De Bruyne playing at the best form of his life. Kyle Gundogan. Oh my God, Ikam
Oh,
Gundogan. He is insane. And Saudi Arabia is trying to lure him in now. I hope he doesn't go there. He still has the best, some great playing years ahead of him. He's
Barca, please.
out of his fucking mind. And then the other one, because the Manchester City midfield has just been insane this year. John Stones and Rodri.
Unsung heroes.
Oh my God, Rodri has been playing beautiful ball, and John Stones just doing the dirty work and making some beautiful passes to create.
Rodri, he's either scoring 45 yards outside away, or he's literally locking down your favorite player.
And then the pressure that
Either
Manchester
one.
City bring is insane because I remember when Madrid played in Manchester a couple weeks ago, and even when they played in Madrid, the one thing I kept noticing about City is like, damn, they're high pressing so much, and I'm like, all right, 10 minutes in, by minute 20 they'll probably stop, they'll get tired. Minute 20, minute 30, minute first half ends. I'm like, all right, second half they have to switch up the game plan because they're not gonna hold, their legs aren't gonna hold up. Nope, they come back and the same shit. And in Manchester for 90 fucking minutes, dude, Madrid couldn't do shit. It's like 1-2 passes is always they're getting swarmed, and I'm like, how many players does City have on the field? But they knew how to move. They were pressuring all the right spots, and Madrid were just left with nothing to do. And I look at Inter, and I'm like, my goodness, man. And the whole time I've looked at Inter this way. I didn't think they were gonna win versus Porto. I didn't think they were gonna win versus Benfica. And who else is? Oh, and then wait. Did they beat Benfica or Porto? I think they
Maybe
beat
one
Porto.
of them. Maybe one of them.
Yeah, they beat Porto and then they beat Milan. Yeah, yeah. No, they beat three. You have to beat three to get here. So yeah, they beat Porto, Benfica, and then Milan.
Oh, they probably played both, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They played all of them. Benfica. I don't know if I got the order, but all of them. With Porto, I was like, they're not getting past Porto because Porto's playing great ball. Benfica, even after losing Enzo, Benfica was playing incredible football and they lost. And then versus Milan, they just fucking folded Milan. And in all three matches, I was looking at Inter like, I don't know if they got a chance because if you're looking at Serie A, they weren't playing great. They were not playing great ball. None of the Italian teams besides Napoli were playing great ball in Serie A, and Napoli was the one that ended up folding. in the UCL. So I don't know how they're gonna do it now. The way the bracket was set up was so uneven. Um, in
Oh
my
yeah, it was completely uneven. Like we have
so
one side had PSG, Bayern, Man City, Liverpool, Real, with
Chelsea
Chelsea being weird. With Chelsea always were in the Champions League, and then it just becomes like what the fuck. And the other side had Milan, Napoli, Inter, and then it was Club Brugge,
and Club fucking Bruges, like come on.
Frankfurt, Porto, and Benfica are weird. They sometimes will go on their little magical runs. We've seen Porto happen with Jose. Okay, we could see it again some maybe one day, but and then Spurs and
And
Frankfurt
fucking
and them.
Spurs. Oh my god, and Spurs play like shit. Like all the I don't know if did any of the teams on that side of the bracket end up in the UCL spotting. I don't think I think Inter finished within the top four, but I don't think any of those I think all those teams fell out. I'm pretty sure most of those teams fell out. And yes, Liverpool and Chelsea also fell out, but they were shit to begin with. They were shit to begin with. But yeah, dude. Just crazy shit. When it comes to predictions, the fan in me, obviously, I want Inter to park the bus, and get you just need to get off on one counter or like one error, and you score, and then you park the bus the rest of the game. And if Inter win, it's gonna be a really boring game, one of the most boring games you'll ever watch. But they'll save football. My real prediction is that Manchester City is gonna go in there and tear them to fucking shreds because Pep is on a mission, man. Pep is on a mission, and I feel like he turned up the heat after Manchester City got those allegations against him, and he came out with that presser that he was like, I didn't plan on leaving, but now that with this shit going on now, I'm really not moving from this seat. I feel since that run, I think Manchester City were being really inconsistent up until then. And after that happened, that's when Manchester City started averaging like 2.5 goals per game the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, so stupid. And as a football fan, I think this game will end up like 3-1 Man City. Um, but as a football fan, I'm just gonna enjoy it. But as a Barca fan, if you guys don't know what happened with Barca and Inter Milan this season, we got robbed in one of the games. Clear as fuck handball at Inter. Cost us to advance into the knockout stage. And look what the road that Inter Milan got. It could have been Barca instead of Inter Milan. It would have. I think we would have lost in the
Never
final
forget.
anyway. Yeah. but but anyway, in the past we've had two losses in the Champions League final. That are Serie A clubs, and the last time Inter Milan were in the final was 09-10 and 09 and 10, where they beat Bayern Munich 2-0.
In the
So in the Bundesliga, that's right. Um, so and that 09 squad was stacked, but this team is weird. Lukaku just got a new girl, and he's gonna be here Saturday.
Oh man, it's gonna go one or two ways. It's gonna be the storyline is gonna be, in case you've been living under a rock, Lukaku pulled Megan the Stallion, which is
Good on
his.
him.
I'm next. But yeah, Lukaku's with Megan the Stallion, so it's gonna be one of two storylines. It's gonna be one, oh my god, Megan the Stallion drained all the energy from Lukaku and he can't do shit, or oh my god, Megan the Stallion just made Lukaku into 2002 or 9.
Literally, bro. Bro, who was leading the line at 09 Inter? Was it Eto?
Yeah, it was Eto and Diego Milito who had just a magical season.
Bro, dude, that team was so sexy. I miss Milito.
And I remember, and that was the only season that Milito had that like put him to the top. And after that, Inter after that fell apart. But I mean, all those guys were going into their where they're going into their 30s, and at that time in the game when you're going into when you touch 30, you're finished.
You're washed. You're
Yeah.
literally washed.